Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for our boost guide video for the Northern European event, opening round and final round. So we're going to give you tips, the boost that we think that you should be selecting for these races to give you the best opportunity possible. Alright, so before we jump into it, remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications. Also remember to smash that like button. And let's jump back into this. All right, so first track up for the event is going to be Singapore, and we see that's going to be dry. So based off of our boost chart, we see corners plus grip is going to be the main feature for Singapore. All right, so with corners and grip being the main feature for Singapore, you want to go for boost like the downforce and so on for that track. Always remember, if you could throw some tire management in there, it is always great for your drivers because you get to do a little bit more with them. You can go a little bit longer, you can boost a little bit more with them. So whenever you could throw some tire management with the featured boost in there, that's amazing. All right, so downforce, something like the Jin works great for Singapore as well, and so on. All right, Eagle as well will work great for Singapore. All right, so second track up, we see that's going to be France, and it's going to be dry. So a dry France, and we're seeing a track that we haven't seen in a good while in a condition after this. So corners and grip are the same for France. So the same boost that you could use for Singapore, you could go ahead and use those boosts for France. France also, you could say, you could throw a little bit of boost with speed in there. So if you could go with some corners and speed, grip and speed, if you could find a boost, let me see real quick if there's any boost with corners and speed. So no boost with corners and speed, but we see boost with speed and grip. So a boost with speed and grip like the Vice here will be good for France. The Kawhi, really good for France as it gives you corners and grip. So you could go Vice with one driver and Kawhi with one driver for France, and you should do great there. All right, so the next track up is going to be the United States, and we're seeing 50% chance of rain. We normally get the United States dry, so we normally don't see the United States coming in a chance of rain. But for the United States, if it's dry, you want to go for speed and grip for the United States. So a boost like the Vice again works really great for the United States as it gives you speed and grip. There, boost like the Kawhi again works really nice. If it's wet, it's going to be corners and speed. So corners and speed for wetness if it's in the United States. So you could go like the Hex boost, which I don't have a lot of, so I'm not using the Hex. Or you could go for the Exception, really good. The Tune and the Prince, really good boost for wet races. So that's for United States. So it's the first time, I think, in a long while we've seen the United States with some form of wetness coming in the event here. All right, next one up is UK. 19% chance of rain. Let me see, UK. Yes, UK, 19% chance of rain. So we see the pardon me there, guys. The United Kingdom is basically speed and corners if it's dry, and speed and corners if it's wet. However, if you're gonna go speed and corners if it's dry, make sure when you're selecting your wet speed and corners boosts, those boosts have some aspect of rain in there. All right, so you want to use these boosts with the rains banner in there for the wet races always. All right, next track up is gonna be Hungary, dry, and we see corners and grip. So those same boosts that you used at Singapore can be used at Hungary. You could also throw in a little bit of speed at Hungary. A little bit of speed works really nice. So a boost like the Vice here would work really nice at Hungary. So the Vice and the mix in with the Kawhi there really nice again for your Hungarian race. Next race up is going to be Imola. And Imola is basically the same thing as Hungary, where we see corners and grip being the main feature, but a little bit of speed works wonders at Imola. So a boost like the Vice again and the Kawaii again works really well. If you don't have any Kawaii, you could use something else that gives you corners and grip. If you don't have any Vice, you could use something else that gives you speed and grip. I think this is the only boost that gives you speed and grip, the Vice. So you'll have to go like high speed with a little tire management like the Dead Fast there, or you could go for the Eclipse with high speed with some overtaking there at Imola as well. All right, so next track up is going to be the UAE. The UAE is going to be requiring, it's going to be dry, and it's going to be requiring corners plus grip for that one. All right, so it comes back around to some tracks requiring corners and grip. Majority of the tracks requires corners and grip in the game. This is why you always hear top player telling you the downforce is the best boost in the game, because it's featured on, it's basically good to go on all tracks. All right, every single track the downforce can be used on, and I think it's the only boost that gives you corners and grip with tire management, which is off the chains. All right, remember, if you could get tire management, the boost, most of the boosts with the tire managements are the boost people mostly used, because tire management is next level. If you can throw some tire management in there with the boost, exceptional. All right, so our last track, we see it's going to be Bahrain, and it's going to be 9%. Is it 9? Let me take a quick look. It's going to be 9% chance of rain, so that might be bipolar weather, or it's going to be dry weather. Bahrain is not really a hot track, so we normally don't get speed there. Pardon me again. We normally don't get rain there, but corners plus grip is the feature for Bahrain. If it's dry and if it's wet, it's going to be corners and speed with wetness ability. All right. If it's a bipolar race, then you know it's going to be some mixed weather. Always keep an eye on the weather. So another thing you could do is wait for my opening round video to come out, so you guys can look and see what I do and how it is for me at Bahrain, and then you can make a judgment based off of that on your races as well. All right, so that's basically gonna be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing in your game save, and yeah, that's basically gonna be it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Well, good guys. Bye. Shout out to Marco Pedrana, Vid Mantis, Christopher Graves, Alfredo Jr., and Touch My Dilly.